Well, it is hard to believe, but we have just about made it through summer, and I am so thankful. Fall is definitely my favorite season of the year, fall and winter, but we're only a couple weeks away from fall officially. So we're gonna try to get the farm ready for fall. Got some fall prep we're gonna be doing today. It includes cleaning out the weeds that are in our planter boxes, getting the hoop coop ready for the broiler chickens to go out on pasture for fall. And I've also got some blackberry bushes that we're going to be transplanting. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you. Back here in our summer pasture, we have a ton of these wild blackberries growing. So these you have to be careful with because they're loaded with thorns. But they're everywhere back here. I mean, everywhere. Now, I have been mowing these things down for the last year or so, and they are very resilient. They keep coming back. So this time, when I mowed the back summer pasture to knock down all the weeds, once we move the cows out to access the grass out front, I decided to leave these. And I'm gonna dig them up and move them up near our blueberry patch and plant them up there. I can plant them along the fence line. It's one of few things that I can plant up there that the cows will not eat. So it's a perfect spot. It's twofold. It's now usable space, and we'll have our own blackberry bushes. So right up here along this fence line is where we're going to plant these. I think that'll be the perfect spot for them, and it keeps them out of the way because they are thorn bushes. The cows won't eat them, but they're a part of our little grove that we're building here. that's a good start. We've got 9 bushes up here transplanted. Now technically this is not the best time of year to transplant. It needs to be a little bit cooler, so I'm probably just going to go with those 9 to start with, just to make sure they're good. Like I say, they're wild blackberries, and they are very, very hardy plants around here. You can't hardly kill them. Our whole property had these things all over it when we first bought it, and through mowing the yard over the last 5 or 6 years, we've gotten rid of them out of the yard finally. I've sprayed them before out in the field, and they're very, very hardy. So might as well take advantage of it. Now they're not like the cultivated blackberries. They're not as big. They're quite a bit smaller. They're about the size of a mulberry here. So, you know, it takes a lot more of them to do whatever you want to do, but hey, they're free. I've got as many as I want out here in our back summer pasture. So we're gonna dig them and make that whole fence row right there nothing but the blackberries. The other downside is they have thorns, and they will eat you up. Next thing on our list is the planter boxes. So this is our herb garden. We do still have some herbs in there, believe it or not. They haven't been doing as good, and we kind of let the grass grow up because the sun's been cooking them. I've got to work on some shade cloth for this for next year, just because heat of the summer, full sun is not a good thing on anything here. So we're gonna go ahead and get these weeded. This box here has got our tomato starts. So we took these cuttings off of our previous tomato plants and planted them in here. I thought I could take care of them good enough, even though bugs and heat are a big deal, and you can hardly grow anything here in Florida through the summer. But I thought we could do them. They've been blooming for 3 or 4 weeks. We don't have any tomatoes on them though, and the bugs are feasting on the leaves. So I'm either gonna trim these way back and let them re-come back, or we may just get rid of them altogether. And then lastly, this was cucumbers and sunflowers, and those are both done, so we're gonna go ahead and rip that out and get all of these ready for fall planting. Watch for snakes.
Another worm. A worm.
I'm getting them out, cleaning out this area in here from the sage.
One down, 2 to go. Shake it off. Leave that dirt in there.
Those plants are hard to take care of. Get out of this right here.
Whoa.
I would rather not. Sweet.
Now these look rough, but they were not producing anything. So I'm hoping with the root system that they have established, by cutting them back and leaving a little bit, they'll actually come back stronger and do a little bit better. If not, we'll yank them out. It's not a big deal, but we got them all done. That was a lot of grass, a lot of grass. Now these two end beds, I haven't done anything with. When we replanted tomatoes, I fixed that bed back up, so it's good to go. But these two ones here on the end, they've settled quite a bit inside. So I need to add some more material, which is going to be compost, chicken manure, and dirt. So I think I'm going to get the end one on the far end down there ready, and then move our remaining herbs that we have down to that box, and then redo this one here. So we're going to go ahead and trim back the basil and the sage. We don't use sage that much right now, but the plan is to make our own sausage when we butcher our own pigs now. So that's why I went ahead and started growing some of the seasonings we're going to need for that, and might as well have them on hand, right, and grow them ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and trim some of that up and go ahead and take it in the house and let it be drying, and then we will move these over once we get the beds done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll rinse them before we take them in, make sure there's no bugs. There's a lot of it, ain't there?
We hang it by its hair. Will it grow back? Yeah,
Mhm.
it should. That's the best part about herbs.
You're starting to sound British there, calling them herbs. Well, that plant is broke. Explains why it was laying down like that, huh?
That one's already got some dry ones on.
I don't want these to be too stringy, so I'm going to go ahead and take that one, and I'll cut this one down a little bit too.
Alright, and then I'll take the basil.
Okay, basil's next. Let's see if I can do this where
No,
it's still got some growing, so we don't want to ruin it.
Do I hang it upside down?
Here, take those leaves. We want all the leaves. This stuff is delicious. And
Tastes like peppermint.
got a little bit of a mint smell to it.
Sounds good.
These are huge.
Whoa.
This man holds the huge one. I hold
The huge one. You want another huge one? Don't knock the leaves off.
I feel like that. And the spiders.
Which is, you know, these will grow back again. The
Careful.
same thing.
They
Might
just
be.
put them down.
Yep, then we'll put them down again.
All right, boy, that smells so good. That's the good stuff there. go get another bucket.
Okay, the bucket is back there.
We can level that out, that'll be good. Oh, it's cool, check that out. Let me see if I can wipe it off. It's a nice piece of flint rock. We find a lot of worked flint pieces of arrowheads. Actually, we found a couple full arrowheads back there by the pond where we got this dirt. And a lot of other cool little Indian artifacts that we've found. Worked pieces, stone pieces and stuff. Haven't found any pottery yet, but maybe someday. It's crazy hot today. I think that's all I'm going to transfer over here. I've taken some cuttings off the rosemary plant and I'm going to see if I can root some new ones. I'm going to do the same with the oregano and the thyme. I've noticed that where they branch out and they touch the ground, it actually looks like they sprout roots. So it probably is a pretty easy plant to propagate, both the thyme and the oregano. So I'm going to take cuttings off those, see if I can start those, and I'll plant the new ones in this planter box here. So, man, it is hot. We are going to get out of the sun and head to the shade. We got one more thing to get done today. I needed to do this last time before the other chickens went in, but I didn't get it done in time because we were kind of pushed for time. So we're going to go ahead and do it now before these chickens go in. And that is putting some 1x4 pressure treated boards on the underside of the two sides of this chicken house. So in the original design, it called for the two sides 2x4s to be lower than the two end ones. I didn't do that because I wanted this frame to be stronger, because it would have only allowed for a little bit to been touching in the corners. So I just made them all level, which in turn makes it harder to pull around. So by adding these 1x4s on each side, it'll be like a sled. All right, so now for the fun part. What I'm gonna do is see if I can lift this up and put it on its end. Man. Uh-oh, we got a situation. There we go. Yeah, it is big. Okay, I don't want to do it all the way up because, no, I've got the hot fence insulators on the back. I forgot about that. So Grab my one of those boards real quick, please. Thanks. All right, don't hop under there. That's a full-size man trap there.
That's bigger than I thought it was.
Okay, let's grab the other one and get it put up. So I mitered this corner here at 45 degrees. Is that the boss lady coming? This will provide a little more rigidness to the sides too, because these wanted to bow out a little bit. Okay. Not sure if I can get that one in. Yeah, I can. Perfect. Sweet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All the difference in the world right there. All the difference in the world. That's what it needed right there. That is much easier to move now. So we'll be moving those broiler chicks out here probably the end of this coming week. So they'll be about 2.5 weeks old at that point. So we're gonna wrap this video up. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next time.